In light of the increasing environmental challenges, there is a growing need to take responsibility. More and more consumers are increasingly inclined to make conscious choices, and companies, including those in the seafood industry, are not only willing but also obligated to act. This is where Wisefish steps in, offering a comprehensive end-to-end supply chain management solution for these pressing issues. When you go to a restaurant and order fish, or visit your local fishmonger or a supermarket to buy some fresh Atlantic cod, you might start to wonder, where does this fish come from? How did it get here? And what was its environmental impact? More and more people are starting to think like this. The conscious consumer is on the rise. They want transparency and traceability. They want to buy food that was produced in harmony with the environment. They seek not just a meal, but a story that begins in Icelandic waters. The fishing trawler has been on a 4-day trip and is about to make its last haul of the trip. It sets the net in the sea, and when it is full, the trawler pulls it in. This fish is among the last ones caught. The whole fishing trip was done in Icelandic waters and was done sustainably. The clock is 8 p.m. and the vessel will sail to the Reykjavik harbor, where the vessel will land. The total catch on this 5-day trip is about 100 tons of cod. During this tour, the vessel burned about 50 tons of oil, and the carbon footprint is approximately 150 tons of CO2 emissions. That means that every kilogram of fish has 1.5 kilograms of CO2 emissions. The trawler lands in Reykjavik at 6 a.m. in the morning. The tubs are removed from the hold of the ship and placed on the pier. The landing crew quickly started to move it on electric forklifts into the company's cold storage rooms. They work fast, and a few hours later, they have finished moving all the tubs of fish into the cold storage. The tub with the freshest fish has been conveniently located, since they know the company wants to process and transport the newest fish quickly to the European market. The fish trader that works for the seafood company finalizes a deal with a French distributor. They have put in an order for 2,000 kilograms of fresh Atlantic cod for delivery tonight at Charles de Gaulle Airport. She informs the foreman in the processing plant, and the foreman asks for fish to be delivered. To be able to produce 2,000 kilograms of fillets, they know it needs about 4,000 kilograms of unprocessed fish. This fish is one of those who was chosen for this production. The fish is filleted and packed and arranged on a pallet, awaiting transport. All the orders are finished before lunch, and the pallets wait for the delivery truck. This factory uses electricity from renewable sources made in Iceland, so very little CO2 is emitted during the processing, but the packaging emitted some emissions, and that is added to the carbon footprint of the fish. Byproducts of fish are used for various things. Fillets could be sold to a French restaurant, livers are used in food supplements, the skin is used for medical purposes, minced fish is used for fish fingers, and meal as a protein source for animal farming. Through these processes, the fish is fully utilized, and no raw material is being wasted. The fish is then transported from the factory to Keflavik International Airport. Most transport in Iceland is still done by trucks, fueled by oil. So this 55-kilometer drive to Keflavik Airport emitted around 6 kilograms of CO2. This is then added to the total CO2 emission of the produced fish. The truck arrives before 2 p.m. and the plane is scheduled to leave at 4 p.m. The fish is flown on an Icelandair cargo flight from Keflavik to Paris. The flight takes about 4 hours and lands at 10 p.m. local time in Paris. The 2,000 kilogram of fish for this flight creates 2,200 kilograms of CO2 emissions, and the total emission for the product is updated. There were no delays, and the fish arrived on time. The fish is moved to a fish market in Paris. The auction is from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m., and a French restaurant buys 50 kilograms of fresh Atlantic cod. The order is being driven to Lyon as part of a larger delivery that is also going there. The drive takes around 5 hours to get there. The order is delivered around noon, and the chef starts to prepare for a busy night at the restaurant. Even though it is a Wednesday, the chef is expecting a packed restaurant since there is a conference in town. He is happy with the quality of the cod he just received and will serve many dishes tonight. The food arrives on the table. You could know the source of the fish. It could be as easy as scanning a QR code. You can see all information relating to the origin of the fish, the producer, how it was transported, and its carbon footprint. All this data is coming from the Wisefish solution. Wisefish is all about traceability, which is an essential component of sustainability. The solution follows the fish from fishing through production to warehouse and trading, all the way to the customer and back if needed. Let's start with fishing. We're proud to showcase our partnership with Brim, one of Iceland's largest fishing companies. Brim has been using Wisefish from the start. At Brim, sustainability is not only policy, but they are leaders in social responsibility, emphasize environmental issues and innovation. They use the Wisefish solution to store the fuel usage of their fishing vessels and combine that information with information about their catch to calculate their carbon footprint. The Wisefish solution stores exactly where and when each batch of fish was caught. Why does this matter? For consumers, it's crucial to know if the fish they're buying is sustainably caught. Certification bodies like the Marine Stewardship Council vouch for fishing companies. When a catch has this certification, it's vital to keep a complete record from the fishing trip to production. Now on to production. When bringing in raw materials for processing, all information about the origin of the raw material is needed. What really separates Wisefish from most other manufacturing systems is the disassembly of raw material into many products, like fillets, skins, and other byproducts. In classic manufacturing, you're taking many materials and producing one product. Fish can go through several production stages. We have customers that are making salted dry fish, which involves 5 different steps. Wisefish keeps track of all of this, tracing everything back to the source. Our customers want to know the yield and costs at each production stage. We specifically extended Business Central by creating lots. Lots are used to bring together raw materials, produce goods, and to calculate the costs of produced goods. We use the same method to calculate and distribute environmental costs. These costs can come from raw materials, waste, power used in production, and more. In real life, the food supply chain can be quite complicated, with many different players each using different systems and all affecting the environment. Wisefish connects all these environmental impacts along the chain. At the heart of Wisefish is the trading module. Initially designed for Iceland's primary fish producers exporting large quantities in shipping containers, it now serves a broader range of users. There are essentially 3 types of trading within the system. First, inventory traders, the original users from Iceland that produce to inventory and then sell from inventory. Second, production traders. Some businesses know they can make various products from raw materials. Produced goods are already reserved for that sales order. Most fresh fish is traded this way. And third, distributors. This category includes entities that mainly buy and sell fish, often without producing it themselves. They can be either demand-driven or supply-driven, or a mix of both. The Wisefish logistics system is the final step for most of our customers. The logistics team creates the picking list for the warehouse workers, as well as necessary documents for customs, for example, the catch certificates. The solution records certain information to estimate the CO2 coming from transportation, or if the CO2 emissions are known, it can be entered directly into the solution. The logistic department books the transportation costs of the delivery to Business Central, and it is traced to this sale. At this point in time, we have a unique tracking number ready and can trace the product from start to end and back. Wisefish is developing a solution that enables you to scan a QR code to see the complete journey of seafood. So, why become a Wisefish user or partner? In Iceland, fishing is a vital part of our livelihood and DNA. In most families, there is someone that fishes, produces, or trades fish. The seafood industry contributes to a large part of our economy. Half of the Wisefish team has worked directly in the seafood industry. The Icelandic seafood industry is small, and we are not too formal, so the community is close. If I want to know how Brim is doing green accounting, I can simply contact them and quickly get a meeting with the manager of sustainability. Iceland is the perfect place to develop software for the seafood industry. So, who are our users? Around 90% of the seafood companies in Iceland are using Wisefish, so we have saturated our home market. And we have customers in 10 more countries, from Suriname in South America to Papua New Guinea in the Pacific. What is the benefit? It makes life easier. The solution is solving things that are complicated. We are striving to increase its user experience, where you can scale up if you have complex needs and down if you have simple needs. What is the seafood market usage? Globally, fish products are among the most traded food items, and seafood plays a crucial role in food security. The number of different players and size of our target market is substantial, and there is a lot of opportunities ahead. This is our proposition and promise. The perfect partner shares our mindset to help seafood customers succeed in their seafood operations. Our proposition to partners is that working with Wisefish gives them a unique opportunity to expand their business into a large and thriving industry in need of digital solutions. Our promise to our partners is that we will do our best to inspire them and deliver outstanding solutions and services with them. We always want our partners to see the benefits of partnering with Wisefish. And above all, we want to form long-term connections and friendships, and of course, have fun along the way. As the market evolves, it's crucial to empower our customers to meet shifting demands. With more transparency, food producers must find ways to cut down their carbon footprint. Enabling them to take a lead in the competition while allowing consumers to take informed decisions, that is how Wisefish will make a difference in the world. Come, join us on that mission.